Deal done, sealed, and confirmed. Jude Bellingham definitely moving to the only club, the greatest club, Liverpool. So, how true is this? If you want the all truth and if you want more about this transfer, just stick around, make it up and subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything the Reds have to bring to you as long as it is Liverpool related. This is the right place where you will get the latest information about Liverpool and its own transfers. And guess what? We are talking about a young football player, 19 years old, England international, and he's been playing for Borussia Dortmund, and he's been having things moving quite well for him. He is currently playing. He's currently in now he's in the World Cup and he's played quite well in the World Cup. He's played very well in the World Cup and he's gained international recognition with loads of clubs definitely interested in this gentleman. There are quite many clubs that have come out willingly to give this gentleman as much money as he definitely wants. But he came out and he said it's just not about money. That was his response. It's about comfort. We could see him, possibly, we could see him make the best move that everybody wanted him to make, or most of his people are mainly Liverpool fans who definitely wanted him to be at a Liverpool. So it will be remembered that things have been going on quite well for Jude Bellingham, who gained international recognition while playing the World Cup and also while playing the Bundesliga for the club Borussia Dortmund. That has produced quite a big number of superstars. Borussia Dortmund has number of superstars to the Premier League, and the latest coming in is definitely going to be from the one and only Jude Bellingham, who is set to join Liverpool. So a number of clubs, Manchester United was one of the clubs that were looking at signing this gentleman, and also Manchester City was also another club, Barcelona, Manchester City, Barcelona, then Real Madrid. Almost all top clubs have been trying to fight and trying to get this gentleman, making sure that they can sign him. But literally, things didn't happen. Things didn't go on quite well for them. But he's now almost decided. He's talked about his future. The fact that he is in a World Cup and played quite well in the World Cup. Jurgen Klopp has just been on the hunt for this gentleman, making sure that he makes things come true because he contacted his agent, and definitely we expect quite a lot. We expect things to be much better than they already are at Liverpool. Liverpool is a bit lagging out. So Liverpool is definitely a bit lagging out when you look at the table, how Liverpool has been playing, and it's not the other Liverpool. Looking at the table, Liverpool is in the 60th position with 22 points and 14 in 14 games, 22 points. Then that definitely, when you see the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal, which is in the first position, which has 37 points, that is a big deal. A great deal. More than 10 points in there that more than 10 points, that are hard to get. And for Liverpool to catch up, to be fair, for Liverpool to catch up, that definitely means that Liverpool needs to have more football players, better football players. There was a bit of a setback after Sadio Mane left Liverpool. Point be told, truth be told, Sadio Mane was a big impact at Liverpool. He was a big player at Liverpool, helped in scoring goals, helped in the midfield. He was a beast, and that's why Liverpool is a bit lagging behind after the loss of a very big football player that is one that went to yet another club, and that is none other than Sadio Mane, who left and went to another club. He went to Bayern Munich and he's playing quite well in Bayern Munich. But Jurgen Klopp is definitely looking at ways of replacing this gentleman, making sure that they don't fill in the gap. They don't fill the gap. So when you look at Darwin Nunez definitely is a wonderful football player, and Sadio Mane also is a good one. He's also a good football player. But a reinforcement at Liverpool is definitely something that the club is looking at, making the club even look much better, making sure they move from the 60th position that they are in to the first position. And right about now, Liverpool struggling to be in the Champions League to get into the Big Four, as it is very tight. It's a tight race with Manchester City being in there, Arsenal being in there, then Newcastle United being there, and Spurs being there. What Liverpool could be looking at in those four clubs, definitely those four clubs are very, very strong at the moment. But we could see there is a chance of Liverpool going in front and possibly going to the fourth position, and to Spurs is pulled a bit. But just when you see Arsenal's 37 points, that is a big gap. There is a big gap there. Manchester City 32, big gap still. Newcastle, big gap. Manchester United and the Spurs look a little bit. So there could be a bit of competition there. But also the gap between Liverpool and Manchester United, 22 points and 26 points, 4 points. It's not an easy one. I can still say there needs quite a lot of effort, because Manchester United is not just going to be seated there and waiting for Liverpool to get up and possibly pass through it. Or they also get new signings. They will also make sure that they get new signings, and definitely things will go on quite well for the club, Liverpool, if they get these few players that they are looking at, especially Jude Bellingham. Wonderful football player. He is a very, very good football player. He is one of the best central midfielders that you can definitely have at a tender age of 19 years. He's only 19 years and he's got a vast experience in football. He's played different tournaments. He's played he's been in the Premier League, he's been in Bundesliga, he's played quite a lot, and there he is. He's also playing the World Cup, being chosen to play the World Cup at the age of 19. And it will be remembered that he is England's second youngest football player to score in the World Cup, and he made history recently when he scored in the World Cup, and that made him the second youngest football player coming from the England side to score in the World Cup. Playing quite well in the World Cup as Jude Bellingham is doing. We're looking forward to seeing possibly England could seeing the chances of England taking the World Cup, being the World Cup. I don't know how it will be possible, because the clubs like Brazil, Brazil has got quite many football players that are way better, and also not forgetting France. France is also it's also a big one. France, a big club and a big team with a lot of football stars. But what I can tell you and what I need you to understand is that soccer is definitely soccer. We could see England playing much better than them, even taking the World Cup possibly. But fingers crossed. I think that is a little bit hard, but you never know. You never know, because when you look at England, it's got almost every good player, and it must be giving the coach of England a lot of headache which player to start, which player to be on the actual, not even starting, which player should be on the World Cup. Because when you see England left some of the football players that we thought that it would take. Football players like Ivan Toney, who is actually a brilliant football player. But when you look, where is Ivan Toney going to play? Oh, a bit challenging. So let's talk more about Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham and his endeavors and how he is definitely possibly going to be moving to Liverpool. And what do you think about his move to Liverpool? Do you think Jude Bellingham's move to Liverpool is one that is definitely called for, or it is a waste of money? I don't think it's going to be a waste of money. He's a big talent, very wonderful talent, very disciplined, still young. So when you look at a club and you're looking at the next 6, 7 years, if you have a football player like him in the next 6, 7 years, it definitely is something good for you because he's a wonderful one. He's already got the experience. And if you have a football player like him, definitely that will be quite good. So Jude Bellingham, we think he is one of the best, and possibly we think he's ready to do much more or better than he is already doing. Let's dig deep into Jude Bellingham's move to Liverpool. So let's dig deep and get to know more about Borussia Dortmund. And also need to know what Borussia Dortmund is saying about Jude Bellingham moving to Liverpool. Anyway, Borussia Dortmund chief sends message to preferred club, which is Liverpool, over Jude Bellingham's transfer. Liverpool have been told not to expect any gifts from Borussia Dortmund over the pursuit of Jude Bellingham transfer. However, Liverpool have been told they will not be given gifts by Borussia Dortmund in the pursuit of Jude Bellingham. Bellingham has long been a preferred target for the Reds as they look to reshape their midfield, although they face long competition for the 19-year-old signature with Real Madrid, Manchester City, Chelsea, which are also definitely interested. So, Borussia Dortmund have a strong relationship with Liverpool, partly due to the former boss, and that is Jurgen Klopp, who was former boss at Borussia Dortmund, having been in charge at Anfield since October 2015, which has been acknowledged by the managing director Carsten Kramer. So it will be remembered that the Reds have been told they will not be given any special favors should they make concrete their interest in Bellingham. They should bring out the money and sign him, which they have definitely agreed. We have a high sympathy for Liverpool for sure, said Kramer. That's why they said we are still in good relationship with Jurgen Klopp and many other Liverpool. And also, for me, it's preferable club for the English Premier League as well. That was what this gentleman said. So it's quite good. It's quite good for Jude Bellingham to go to Liverpool because uh, he will explore. He will come back to. He will get back to the English Premier League. He'll be close to home. Quite a lot of things, many advantages for him, and I think he's also exploring those advantages and seeing how possible this is definitely going to be. Which part of the world are you in? Which part of the country? And just make it a point, subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss it on anything that the Reds have to bring to you. As long as it is Liverpool related, we are definitely dedicated to bringing to you the latest. Okay, so what do you think about Jude Bellingham? Still young and fit, very fit, extremely fit. Jude Bellingham is extremely fit, very good and disciplined. You know, you do not want a football player who will come and boss around. You want a football player who is focused, who will come, try to make sure that things are going on quite well, try to make sure he can score a few goals and also get along with the football players and also the management. And that is definitely what Jude Bellingham is trained for. That's what Liverpool is seeing in Jude Bellingham. However, Borussia Dortmund came out and said a few things about this transfer. Borussia Dortmund came out and said, if Liverpool are more than interested, as they are saying, if they are more than interested in Liverpool, in Jude Bellingham, they should be capable and they should know that they will get a big charge. They will be charged highly because Jude Bellingham is a young football player with a great future ahead of him, and he is not actually promising, but he is already there. He's got the experience at a very tender 19 years. He's got quite a vast experience when it comes to football and leagues. He's played almost all leagues. So at 19-year old, you're not going to get very many football players who will be on form like Jude Bellingham, a very good one, a very good football player. So let us know where you're watching from, which part of the world you are, which part of the country you are, so that we definitely move along. As we were telling you, as I was telling you, that all is set for England international Jude Bellingham to join Liverpool FC. So do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything that the Reds have definitely to bring to you. Let us know deep down, just down there in the comments section, Jude Bellingham being talked about inside out. Everyone talking about who's this wonder kid who's playing for Liverpool. I'm sorry, who's this wonder kid who's playing for who's playing for England in the World Cup, making quite a lot, doing quite a lot, playing very well. Many people wondering who Jude Bellingham is. He is Jude Bellingham, a Borussia Dortmund football player, very good football player, very wonderful football player, and we think things will definitely go on quite well for Jude Bellingham soon, and he will definitely join the club Liverpool, as Liverpool fans are definitely also looking forward. Liverpool fans are looking forward to welcoming Jude Bellingham to the club, and things will go on quite well if Jude Bellingham comes to Liverpool. Otherwise, where are you watching from? Which part of the country are you watching from? Which part of the world are you watching from? Do not forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you do not miss out on anything the Reds have to bring to you, as long as it is Liverpool related, which Liverpool has 22 points in 14 games, and the first club has 37 games, 37 points in 14 games. Yeah, it's still a bit of a big gap, I must say. I must say that is definitely a big gap, and that is something that we are looking at and we need to understand. So, Jurgen Klopp met with Jude Bellingham, and we think all will go on quite well after the pair met. We think all will go on quite well because also Jurgen Klopp managed to meet not only with him, but also he managed to meet with his agent, and they talked personal terms. They talked quite a lot about Jude Bellingham's move to Liverpool and all possible ways of signing Jude Bellingham onto Liverpool. And we think that was a brilliant idea. It's a brilliant idea for Liverpool signing him because Liverpool is lagging out. Liverpool is not performing well. A key player definitely who moved away, Sadio Mane, left Liverpool in a big gap. Let us know what you think. And I will make sure that things go on quite well here as we're talking about Jude Bellingham and his endeavors. Jude Bellingham coming to Liverpool. Jude Bellingham coming to Liverpool. Okay, so again, we need to understand a few more things about this transfer. So we need to understand more things about this transfer, the Jude Bellingham transfer. So if Jude Bellingham comes, what will definitely happen? Anyway, agent Trent Alexander-Arnold had had work as Liverpool identified transfer replacement. So Argent Trent Alexander, who was definitely having the agent of the I think we just named him agent, but nothing like it. The England players enjoyed a day off after their comprehensive 3-0 win over the Wales, and Trent Alexander-Arnold spent the evening with Borussia Dortmund's Jude Bellingham. Liverpool fans are demanding for a potential move for Jude Bellingham after Trent Alexander-Arnold spent the evening with Borussia Dortmund midfielder on Wednesday. What were they talking about? Possibly he was just trying to talk him through on joining Liverpool. The duo helped England secure their place in the last 16 of the World Cup with a 3-0 win over Wales, with a Three Lions topping Group B, having accumulated 7 points from a postponed 9. Gareth Southgate's side will now face Senegal on Sunday for the place in the quarterfinal against their French and the Poland side. Anyway, it will be the France or Poland, and Jude Bellingham will definitely be in there. Where are you watching from? Which part of the world are you watching from? Just make it a point, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything the Reds have to bring to you, as long as it is Liverpool related. As I tell you, thank you and goodbye for now.